horoscope for November. This is the overview for Cancer, for Cancerian. Just a quick overview to begin with. You'll be looking at the new moon eclipse on the 3rd of November in Scorpio. Scorpio rules your death, rebirth, so lots of endings and new beginnings. It's going to be about you letting go, releasing of old patterns, old ways, old situations. Scorpio rules power, manipulation, sex, control, violence for some. So it's about letting go of any form of manipulation in your life, maybe from past people or past situations. You're going to have the Uranus square Pluto, and this is the 4th in 7, which will run us up to 2015. You're going to be connected with the Mercury going direct after it going retrograde, yay! And Jupiter is going to turn retrograde on the 7th of November. We have Neptune turning direct on the 3rd of November. We have the new moon, or the full moon in Taurus on the 17th. So it's going to be quite a busy month. November will be a game changer for each and every one of you. And you know, because Scorpio is death and rebirth, unfortunately, there's a lot of passing over the last maybe year. We've been in 2-year period of the Taurus Scorpio eclipses. It's about letting go of the old and giving birth to the new you, your new life, you being more in control of your life. Uranus square Pluto is on the 1st of November, and for Cancer this is the 4th time that Uranus is squaring up to Pluto, and this is happening in your 10th house of career, fame and standing, into your 7th house of partnerships. And as I've said earlier, the 10th house is about career, fame, public life, but on a health level it's also connected towards your teeth, your skin and your bones. So people, you might find again that it's the dentist, any knee joints, hopefully nothing with skin or something coming back with a skin condition. Be more out there or publicly out there to some degree, but yeah, you could be looking at the dentist, or issues with your teeth, or minor aches and pains with your bones. I hope not, but for Cancer it will be in your 10th house, connected towards your 7th house of partnerships in the early part of the 1st of November. So how can you use this, Cancer? With your willpower and your strengths, how are you going to increase your status in the world, your standing on a career front, how others see you out there publicly, media, marketing, in the public life. If you learn how to cooperate with influential people, you will gain a personal influence or maybe a recommendation to grow in your partnership. So again, achieving something to do with your personal career, honours, fame, someone giving you the credit for the work you've done, a bit of a pat on the back. So it's going to be putting you out there a little bit more. The new moon eclipse conjunct Saturn on the 3rd. Saturn is about learning lessons. In Cancer, the new moon falls into your 5th house of creativity. The 5th house is about romance, pleasure, creativity. This sort of complex, intense eclipse that we're having in the Scorpio, which is the power, and the energy in Saturn, this will allow you to look looking at your wants and needs. You really need to connect with love and partnerships in a big way, Cancer. So you could be committing in a certain situation, or business partnerships as well as maybe relationship partnerships. Your partnerships for Cancerians are built on friendships and intimacy and pleasure. So you'll be looking at experiencing a lot of intimacy and pleasure for Cancerians in the month of November. Mercury returns direct on the 10th, so any form of communication that's got lost or delayed in motion is looking at, your communication skills and focus should be a lot clearer, and eliminating any form of misunderstandings around those communications should start to move forward for you at that point, bringing a new sense of direction or a creative project. So it's about things starting to flow forward in a creative manner. Creativity, your 5th house is love and romance, children, creativity, fun, laughter. So you're looking at starting the month off in a really pleasant way for yourselves. You know, Jupiter turns direct on the 7th, but it's kind of slowing down or going stationary now. So Cancer is in Jupiter, the planet of expansion. So Cancerians might say, yeah, I'm expanding, I'm putting on weight, but it's your time to do with house and home, expanding your life in some way. So it will really play an important role in your field at the moment. It turns direct in your first house of personality and appearance. So Cancerians that are very emotional, with Jupiter in your own sign, is to try and control those feelings and emotions in November, as the 7th house could give some challenges on an emotional level of how you feel. And new moons and full moons always make people quite emotional. For me, the full moons make me emotional. Like the new moons, I'm quite upbeat, but the full moons mean endings, and they make me feel quite tearful. This is a time to, you know, rethink, rewind, redo, relook at what you'd like to achieve and adjust the focus on your energies and your emotions at that point. So if you can adjust yourself to the balance of the energies around the new moon at the early part of November, I actually think the Cancerians will do quite well. Neptune turns direct on the 13th, so Neptune is emotions, it's connected to water, it rules Pisces. This will be in your 9th house. Now that insight helps you understand the world, because the 9th house rules the higher mind and education. So it may be through travel, media, marketing in some way, or you doing something. You may well be travelling to educate yourself or the higher mind in some way. You could be educating yourself online, but I certainly think there's a lot of that sort of energy around yourself of this particular month coming in. The full moon in Taurus brings something to a head, to a climax, to an ending. It may well be linked in some way to May time. So if you started something in May of this year, see how it pans out. There might be another chapter to it around the 17th of November. It could be an ending to it, but it could be someone offered you to do some work or offered something in May and you kind of left it on hold, and you're going to be retaking it back up again. So something you started or was mentioned in May well be taken or retaken back up again, or the opportunity to, certainly when you get forwards into around the full moon of the month of November. It's about around the 21st. It's a very busy time schedule wise for Cancerians as well, and I certainly think it's about problem solving and starting to move your life forward. So any problems or issues, I kind of feel you'll be dealing with them as you move forward through the month in particular. I'm feeling a lot lighter when you get to the end of it. You know, when you hit the Sagittarian period, kind of think for you it's about getting busy with work and making money, feeling a little bit more perhaps comfortable within yourself. A lot of Cancerians have struggled in some way. So Jupiter, if it's in Cancer and you're a Cancerian, it'll be about expanding something in your world. A lot of people moved house this summer, and if you've not again moved house now, when Jupiter is stationary, it's relooking, re-wrapping up things, getting yourself sorted. Those that are looking to move, look around March, April of next year, because Jupiter goes in forward motion in March of 2014. Jupiter's in Cancer, so whatever you're wanting to expand, you've probably expanded on your work, your home, your education, your higher mind. Very much it's about looking at the smaller detail or sorting out what you've opened up in your life in order to take forward when you hit March of next year. I'm wishing you a wonderful month of November, dear Cancer. As I've done with the other signs, I'm now going to do a quick tarot card spread of 4 or 5 cards to see what the tarot brings up for you for the months of November. The astrological based is one aspect, and some people don't understand astrology and it's me talking. The tarot cards, you give you a visual or a picture. So some people like to see what the tarot or the spiritual aspect is of their soul's journey. So we'll look at the first card, which is going to be about your work and financial life in some form, in some way. The Justice card is what's come up. Justice is connected to Libra, it's connected to finances, it's connected towards getting the balance. So the card is actually saying your work, your financial life, it is about getting that balance financially in all areas. It might be something legal around yourself or something legal earlier on that you're having to deal with in some form, in some way. But this is very much the card for the first week is about getting balance in your life. So maybe it is about you looking at your health or being overworked in some way, but it's about getting the balance. Lovely card to have, the card of Justice. It is about balance within all areas of your life, but dealing with maybe, again, if there's legal documents, try and wait till after the 10th, but it may be to do with documentation or something personal needing to be looked at. The next card we look at is your emotional side of things, where your emotions are going, how you're feeling emotionally, your love life, in your emotions in general for the month of November. So we'll see what card we get for that. Two of Swords. So your emotions means you're in two minds. The Two of Swords is again mental activity. Now I've just mentioned about the 9th house, which is about the higher mind or the thinking aspect. Two of Swords is two choices, two options. So when we get towards near in the middle of the month, it says you've got two different choices or directions to go. Don't let it mentally pull at your mind's eye. You might have two offers around yourself and say, I've got to make a choice. I kind of feel at the moment that November will be a game changer. There'll be lots of things coming up. As long as it's after the 10th, after the retrograde, then I feel or sense really you'll get a perspective, things will start to flow. There will be no wrong choice, but this is talking about choices when you get near the middle of the month for Cancerians. Now we've just passed the legal card or the card of finances or balance. So again, you must have to make a choice to get that balance in your life. There won't be a wrong choice. The 17th brings in the full moon in Taurus, so something will be coming to a climax and ending, and maybe that's when you're having to make your choice. Possibly around the 14th to the 17th of the month will align that up for you. Right, the next card I pull is connected towards communications in all areas of your life. So what is the tarot telling you about communications? So the Page of Cups is a lovely card. It can be about young children, but the Cups or the Page again around the moon, so around that 17th or just passing that, it's about you'll be communicating a lot more, a lot better, a lot more openly. Can be an emotional form of communication, which, you know, Cancers are. You're in the Scorpio field, you're very emotional people, so it's actually showing you to some degree there's going to be a lot better, a lot of communication coming from the Cancer field around the 3rd week of November. You're going to be opening up, you're going to be talking a lot. It may well be emotional, can be to do with children or communicating with children as well. Right, what challenges do Cancerians have in November? The 4th card I choose is looking at your financial, your challenges, any financial situation, but generally challenges in life full stop. Right, let's have a look what I'm given. 8 of Pentacles, again, the only challenge I'm going to say to you is that you're going to be working 24/7. So the major challenge is you may work for yourself, you may be taking up working for yourself, but you're going to be working constantly round the clock. 8 of Pentacles is someone working for themselves, but working diligently, bringing in the money. So any challenges that I perceive are perhaps linked with the work, or maybe it's a case of you having to work too much, but your major challenge will be around work links or work situations. Again, maybe it's all work and no play. You did have the creativity and the fun energy coming into the astrology zone, so maybe it's you looking at that in some way, but this is a card of work, but it's not a bad card. It's very much about material gain in some way. The final card is the overall view that, say, the tarot wants to show you or to bring about in some way of the month of November. So for Cancerian, we'll see what the overall card comes in. You've got the Wish card, and that's a lovely card. It's ruled by Aquarius, but it's actually telling you that the overall ambience or feel of the month of November for Cancerian is about wishes and dreams. So maybe you've just got that job last month, or in the month of October, or this month. Maybe it's about contracts coming in, signing paperwork, maybe all your wishes and dreams have come in, but the Aquarius is linked towards the Star card. So again, look in the Aquarius time as a second level or a second connection. So end of January, February, there may be more of this to come, but I certainly think there's a lot of wishes and dreams coming in or pulling towards you. The card of the Star card is about your wishes finally fulfilled for the Cancer around November. Wishing you a wonderful week and a wonderful month, dear Cancer. Thank you for watching the November video scope. I hope that you'll come back and watch December's. I also will do a weekly overview week by week, but just a weekly, probably for a general outlook for everybody's signs continuing through the month. But enjoy November, we'll soon be there. Take care, watch the health, don't work too hard, but enjoy the excitement and the achievements of your fame and your honours this month. Take care, and bye bye for now.